So, one of the things that I actively strive for every time I handle a horse, I'm riding a horse, etc., is I want to maintain total control throughout that session. Okay. What do I mean by that? So, I'm going to use an analogy here of a teacher in a classroom. All right. When I'm out working with a horse, my job is just like that teacher in a classroom. I need to maintain control and order, and I also need to get the student or the horse to learn something, right? So it is my job to maintain control and order throughout the session. Is that always possible? No. But if for some reason I feel like I have lost control over, let's say, the training session, I'm going to do everything within my power to get that back. Okay. Great example of this would be if, let's say, I'm riding my horse and all of a sudden my horse starts to bolt or something. I have just gone from being in control of my ride to being out of control of my ride. So I'm going to do something immediately that brings control back to me. Okay. As the teacher, I always want to maintain control. So what am I going to do in a situation like that? All right. I'm not going to tell the horse, no, don't bolt. But what I am going to do is I'm going to make it constructive, reach down one rein, ask the horse to move its hip over and say, okay, now move your hip over. In the process, I'm also stopping the bolt. Okay. But the main thing is I'm taking back control. All right. If, let's say, I'm working a horse in a round pen and I'm losing control over that horse in the pen and he's getting frantic and, I'm seeing that things are going absolutely nowhere, for me to regain my control, I may have to back off the pressure. I may have to ask the horse to do something different or ultimately even walk out of the pen. Okay. So, whenever I'm working with a horse, and even students for that matter, when I've given lessons in the past, one of the things that I always did was I always maintained control over that lesson, okay, with the horse and with the person, because ultimately I'm the one who uh, is kind of piloting everything, and it's my responsibility to make sure that all three rules of training are followed. Nobody's getting hurt, the horse isn't getting hurt, etc. So, you know, it is kind of a safety thing, but it also is my way of promoting a learning environment. In any relationship, there's always a follower and there's always a leader. Now, those roles can switch at times, but for the most part, when I'm dealing with horses, I want to be the one in control. Okay. That keeps me safe, it keeps my horse safe, and it helps promote that calm energy at the end of the lesson. So, whenever you go out to work with your horse, always make sure, always be asking yourself, am I in control or is my horse in control? And if you feel like you've lost control, ask him for something constructive and positive to do and get that control back. All right. So we'll talk more about this in depth in later videos. And until then, I hope this helps and we'll see you next time.